Well, hello, everybody. Today we are celebrating excellence in innovation and research, and there's really no better example than Dr. Curtis Pozniak. He is the 2025 recipient of the Plant Breeding and Genetics Award, sponsored by Seed World Canada and Seeds Canada, which is part of the Canadian Plant Breeding Innovation Awards program. For over 2 decades, Dr. Pozniak has been really a driving force in plant breeding as a member of the Crop Development Center at the University of Saskatchewan. As director of the center and a wheat breeder himself, he's really revolutionized the field of wheat genetics. He's led groundbreaking projects like the International Wheat Genome Sequencing Consortium. He's released over 20 durum crop varieties that have significantly impacted Western Canadian agriculture. Dr. Pozniak's contributions are profound. His use of next-generation genomic technology, digital phenotyping have really set new standards for breeding resilient, high-yielding crops. And beyond the lab, Dr. Pozniak is also dedicated to sustainable agriculture, spearheading projects to develop climate-smart crops that reduce synthetic nitrogen use and greenhouse gas emissions. So please, everyone, join me in celebrating this visionary leader whose work is really securing the future of our food systems. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Curtis Pozniak. Curtis, congratulations on receiving the award for 2025.
Well, thank you so much. What a fantastic honor. I'm just so pleased and want to thank everyone for this award.
I'm glad you could be here with us. I'm just curious, Curtis, what initially drew you to the field of plant breeding? What made you want to do this for a living?
Well, it wasn't the plan. Most things aren't initially, right? I was actually a touring musician first, and that was my love. And I decided early on that maybe it was time to go back to university and do an agronomy degree with the intent of going back to the family farm near Rama, Saskatchewan. But I had some really good summer student positions in forage breeding and canola breeding, and that's really what got me excited in plant breeding. Those first summer jobs, being out in the field and seeing the diversity of the crops that we were working with and the impact that we could have as plant breeders. So that was really the start for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, you've had some key mentors over the years who've
Definitely
helped turn you into the plant scientist that you are today. Are there one or two people that you'd like to mention, people who've really played a key role for you along the way?
Well, there were so many, and really it's difficult to pick just a few. But I have to say, most certainly my PhD advisor, Dr. Pierre Huckel, himself a world-renowned wheat breeder. I did my PhD with Pierre, and it was just an absolute excellent experience. He really let me explore my own research ideas and never really pulled. He kind of pushed from behind and really kept me motivated. And so we had lots of chats about plant breeding and wheat breeding, how to improve selection efficiency and really kick the ball forward. And so he was a fantastic mentor and still is today in my role as director. Probably a second that I have to mention is Dr. John Clark, who was a plant breeder, a durum wheat breeder at Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada at the sort of current research station. And when I became a durum breeder, I went to visit him, and he really took me under his wing, to help me navigate, this new breeding program I had inherited and what the priorities were. And really what I learned from John was the importance of commitment and really integrating good science with plant breeding. So I think those two really had a profound impact on my career and in my own research direction. And I'm really grateful for that.
Is there a favorite wheat variety that you've put out, one that just really stands out for you, and why is that?
Yeah, I'd have to say CDC Defy. I started working on that variety really with the intent to improve Fusarium head blight resistance in durum wheat, which we didn't really have good resistance at the time, and so we really started to push for fusarium resistance and managed to develop CDC Defy as a result of that. And this year, I think it's the #2 variety of durum wheat in Western Canada, nearly 20% of the acreage. So that's a significant impact. And there's really nothing more satisfying, I think, as a plant breeder to see the varieties that you've developed grown on nearly 1 million acres of Western Canadian production. That's real impact.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what's to come.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Curtis, for your time. Congratulations again on behalf of Seed World Canada and Seeds Canada. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.